It is Tera Chantelle here for a Love Day special. You know it's always Love Day over here. So ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new this way. It is a Love Day. Happy Love Day, everyone. I just want to thank Elevate Health for this amazing platform to have us connecting, to have us spreading love, showing up, and showing love to each and everyone that just comes on in. This is a connection. This is a community. We are here to elevate. We are here to just shift it up a little bit, change the narrative, create our own narrative, and be ourselves while we doing it. We are meant to have fun here, so I'm so excited to just have some fun with you guys today. I'm praying that you guys had a magnificent day thus far. Today has truly been uplifting this way. I believe that we are extremely successful. We are doing the thug thizzle, and all we gotta do is keep doing us. And this is what I want to talk about today. It's no more proving ourselves around here. We don't gotta prove nothing. We are already stamped. We are already qualified. We are overqualified for what we are called to do. And it's just up to us to just step into it in such a bold fashion, a bold statement. But that is when we develop the courage and we develop our confidence back. And confidence is a skill to have that we have to continue to practice it each and every day. I realize that as we have gotten into this adulthood, we have lost our imagination. We have lost the true life that we were blessed with, that we were called to do, and we let doubt get in the way. We turn out to be our worst enemies. And I want us to remember that we don't have to prove ourselves. We don't have to prove ourselves to try to tell the universe that we are enough. We have to understand and realize that we are enough. We don't need labels to define us. We don't need diplomas to qualify us. We don't need anything exterior or outside of us to realize that we are worthy. But that takes a true boldness about yourself to realize, wow, I don't need nothing because I am everything. And all of this stuff is just extra on top of it. It's just like the icing on the cake, but I'm the cake. So how about that? It's still going to be lit regardless. But that is when we have to understand about this journey of life. If we get into the state of being whole, being blissful, being in a joyful state, because that is the overall goal of why we are experiencing this life. As spiritual beings, this is the goal, is to truly have fun while we're here. We a little bit too uptight for me. I'm just saying, we a little bit too uptight, too negative, always complaining. We out here comparing ourselves. We out here hating on Love Day. And it's unnecessary because we forgot our truest state of being. And our truest state of being is to feel this blissfulness about ourselves, to accept ourselves, to feel whole within ourselves. But that's when we have to get to a place of stop trying to prove ourselves. What do we have to prove to anyone that we are worthy, that we are great? I realize that sometimes we view these relationships, marriage, having kids, this standard way of life as success. If I have a house, I'm successful. If I'm married, I'm successful. If I have kids, I'm successful. But we are living someone else's dreams. We are just sometimes just doing what we are told, and we're just following in line and not trying to step out the norm. We're truly just playing it safe most of the time because we are trying to prove to the world that I'm worthy, I'm enough, I'm a wife, somebody likes me, I got married, I got kids. So I'm keep trying to prove this way of living to the world, but I'm still not satisfied. So that's when I have to continue to hide behind things. I have to hide behind materialism to try to fit up this persona. I have to fit this image that I am portraying outside of myself because I am not content with inside of myself. So when we get to a place of being truly okay with us, loving ourselves, truly acknowledging our flaws because that makes us unique. Our uniqueness is what sets us apart. Our uniqueness is what truly will gravitate everything you want near and dear to your heart. But this is realizing your desires and why are you here. We can't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. We can't get caught up in what looks like a dream life, but that's not ordained for you. What you were called to do is truly love the skin that you are in. It's truly acknowledge that this is a journey. We be too hard on ourselves. We want things instantly. We don't realize that this is a longevity of a process. What really matters is how you feel. How do you feel? Do you feel good every day? Do you feel magnificent? Do you feel amazing? Do you feel the harmony and the balance within yourself that you are at ease and nothing can move you? Do you feel it? Do you feel good? Now, I'm not talking about how you're looking. Because what matters the most is the feelings that you have about yourself, that no one can shake you, no one can move you outside of yourself, because you are truly at peace. And that is the state that we have to be in all day, every day. Because if we're not in this state of awareness of our peace and our harmony and our blissfulness and feeling good, feeling amazing, feeling magnificent, feeling all of the positive feelings that we are supposed to feel, then we're out of alignment. And that's when the shift have to come to awareness, like, oh, what is up? This ain't right. Something ain't feel right, because I am destined to feel good. The world is not against you. The world is working for you in your good every step of the way. No one is against you here. You are against you. That's what it is. No one is against you. We make the choice. We make the decisions. We are in control of our lives. So once we take responsibility, like, whoa, I can control my thoughts because my thoughts are so powerful. My thoughts turn into things, and things turn into what I manifested inside of my mind. And now it's in fruition just like that. All of a thought. So if we're thinking thoughts of positivity, if we're thinking thoughts of a natural state of awareness in this conscious state, then we can never get off course. We can never be so uptight and never be moved of what's going on outside of us, because we are aware of how we feel. And what matters most is how you feel. If you don't feel good, you don't feel good about yourself, you feel empty, you feel like you're missing something, it's because you're not in spiritual alignment with self. You are neglecting self. You are trying to please this world. You're trying to explain yourself to this world. You're trying to show that you are worthy to this world and not connecting to the source that you are great, you are whole, you are enough. That was stamped before we even arrived here. But sometimes we get so wrapped up into the worldly possessions to make it feel like we're not validated if we don't have all this stuff, if we don't have what we think we should have. But it's so important to, no matter what us how do you feel about you, and not care and not compare and not compete with what's going on outside of us. It's the love that we have to give ourselves. It's the natural state of awareness that we are connected here together is what matters the most. Once we are in spiritual alignment with our truest self, our most authentic self, we no longer feel the need to explain ourselves to other people. That is draining. And then on top of that, we're not even going to be around people who are constantly complaining, because that is just draining. We are in a grateful state. Once you realize that we are here on time, is not a coincidence. So why not be grateful for each breath? Why not be grateful for what we do have right now? Because if we're grateful for what we do have right now, then that's when more blessings come. But it's not gonna be until we are satisfied and truly grateful, thankful for what we got right now. So then more blessings come in return. But it's about having this grateful spirit, this grateful heart, leading with love and being love overall. So now we are truly in harmony and peace. Being in harmony and peace is when you like you. Once you like who you are, now you can be around other people. But until we get to a place that we like ourselves, why in the world would other people want to be around us if we don't even like ourselves? So it's okay to truly figure out who we are, especially when we have these spiritual gifts. It's so necessary to recharge. It's so necessary to nourish our soul, to take advantage of our time to self, because that's when we get to know ourselves, and that's when we stop comparing ourselves, and that's when we stop caring. I don't scroll to compare. I scroll to celebrate, to try to just uplift someone today. What they got going on don't got nothing to do with me, because I realize it's abundance over here. So just because I'm shining is not going to dim your light. We gonna bright this whole world up. But that's when we realize it's enough out here for all of us. Just because one person is in their purpose, I love you, sister. Just because one person is in their purpose, that means it's not taken away from each of our purposes. This world was made for all of us to shine, all of us to do good, all of us to live out our calling and do what we were called to do and have fun while we're doing it. We're losing the side of the funness. We're losing the side of joyfulness. And that is why we truly came here to experience this life, to do what we were called to do and have fun while we're doing it, and not be so uptight and not be so serious. It's enough resources. It's enough for all of us. And getting to that point, we will then stop trying to prove ourselves to make it seem like we got it going on, but when we're really empty inside. Until we fill ourselves up, that's when the love each and every day comes about. We're not going to just celebrate it one day a year. We're going to celebrate it all year round, because we have took the time to love ourselves and to fill ourselves up with love. So once we lead with love, once we show up with love, and once we just vibrate love, the world feels that. The world feels the aura of the energy of love, not comparison, not jealousy, not any negative feelings that's getting us off of our spiritual alignment. Because if we feel anything that brings us down vibrationally, then we're not in alignment. And what matters the most is how you feel. So the purpose here is to feel good all the time. That is our purpose. It's not necessarily to receive all these achievements, these awards, these material success. It's to feel good all the time. Who don't want to feel good all the time? I want to be in a natural state of awareness and peace and harmony and love all the time. And the only way we can do that is not being so moved on what's going outside of us. Because whatever thoughts that we think, we are really going to manifest it, because that's just the power that we have. We are so powerful. So it's necessary to control the way we think and only think in a state of peace. Some people will say, oh, that's a little too hard, Tara. The only reason why we think it's challenging is because we've been programmed to be on such a low frequency, to be programmed to think negative, to live in chaos, to survive. That's the only reason why we think it's challenging to be at a natural state of awareness. That's what we were meant to do while we're here. It's no need to prove that we are enough once we prove to ourselves that we are worthy. We are more than capable to achieve whatever our heart's desires. Know that. It's so amazing that this journey that we're here, we're experiencing, we're connecting on such a spiritual level, because we are spiritual beings, and that is the main focus of this existence, not what we see. I'm not my body. I would love for you to see me from my spirit and what's inside of this, what's inside of the temple, because that is everlasting. So we have to heal ourselves. We came here for the revolution of true awareness of self and just getting into the state of being. Why not just be? Just be. It's so simple, like 1, 2, 3. It's so simple, but we think it has to be more complex and more dynamics to this life. But it's really about feeling good all the time. But we are competing with time. We are competing with other people when we don't have to do that. We can just be okay with just being, and okay with living in a positive state, in a peaceful state, in a loving state. We don't got to do much. It's the way they set this world up to have us in a rat race, to have us out here grinding 24/7. The state of stillness is such a powerful state to be in. It's a state of awareness. It's a state of a consciousness of self. And once we get there, we no longer care. We no longer care. And we are going to stay loving, stay blissfulness, stay encouraging others. We are here to connect. We are here to grow. And that's what I just realized, like, this life is truly beautiful when we allow to see it that way. It's what we perceive. It's what we think. It's the thoughts that we say to ourselves that will magnetize into existence. But if we control our natural state of awareness, of just truly enjoying the journey, it's like, okay, this is a journey. This is longevity. So we're going to have pit stops. We're going to have detours. But that is a part of the transaction. That's a part of where we're headed in this life. So we have to realize, okay, we can't be so focused on what is. We can't be so focused on what's to come. We can't be so focused on trying to do these achievements and trying to do this, trying to do that. I got to be married by this age. I got to have kids by this age, and just live. Just relax. It's like, why not relax? It's like, calm down. It's going to happen. But the way you're trying to force it to happen is getting out of alignment. And now you just trying to force things to occur when it was going to happen naturally and on time, the way it should be, on God's timing, on the way the universe times it at a certain point. But we don't be ready for what we are asking for. We are not ready for when we are trying to achieve these things and trying to get things. That's why tests will occur. They come through people. They come through things. They come to try to test our character, to test our integrity, to test our faith, to test if we really about it. We can be talking a good game. Oh, I'm positive. Oh, I'm appreciated. But let a test come to see if you really appreciate it. You appreciate it. And when a test do arise, I begin to shift and tell myself, I am so thankful. Thank you for this obstacle. Thank you for what is happening right now, that things I can't control. So let me just go over here in my appreciative state. Whatever you teaching me, I thank you. And then it passed by. Because I'm not about to complain and not try to force and not get angry, because that just adds to the friction. And that's when things get rough. I want a smooth life. I want it smooth, and all I can control is how I perceive it and what I do. I can't control other people, but I will not allow certain energies in my space. And once you get on just such a high frequency, bad energies don't even be coming your way. Like, they see you vibrating at such a high level, they can't even go near you. They will instantly fall back, fall off, good riddance, because that's just the way of this life. So we have to tend to look around. If we're around negative people, if we are around complainers, then it's just a mirror to ourselves. It's just a mirror to ourselves, like, wow, I have to work on me. I still have to work on me. And that's a never-ending process. We're never going to just reach the state of awareness like, oh, I think I'm done being aware. I think I'm done now. I'm going to go back. It's a constant state. Every day we're going to have to wake up, be excited, be joyful that we got another day on the slate. We have a clean slate, so let's paint it up a bit. And paint it how you want to paint it. Create it how you want to create it. But keep a smile on your face while you're doing it. Even if you don't feel like it, because it's mind over matter. Because once you have this information and this knowledge and realize the control of your thoughts, how much it plays over your life, the words that you speak because they are spells, being mindful of what we are tuning into because it's a vibration and it interferes with our connection to source and our frequency into this earth. If we stay there with it, we will continue to enjoy this process of this life and experience it for what it is and just be. Let's just be. Be ourselves. Be love. Be peace. Be harmony. Do what our heart desires, but it's no rush. It's no time. It's no need to be hard on ourselves. It's not needed. Let's relax. It's gonna happen. We already thought about the great ideas that will occur. So let it happen the way God allows it to happen and the way the time of the universe allows it. We are not keeping score over here. We only fail forward. There's only lessons learned through this journey. No one takes L's. We are constantly learning. We are constantly growing each and every day. So we have to be gentle with our hearts, be gentle with ourselves, and breathe. Breathe. It's so much power in breathing and just letting it be and being. It's Love Day. I appreciate you for tuning in and tapping in. That's my superstore. I appreciate y'all so much because it brings me so much joy to connect, to love, and just to share what I have learned through my journey here. I am truly grateful. I am truly expecting good things to happen to all of us. This is what life is all about. Good things are destined to happen the way it should. If we just position ourselves, stay in spiritual alignment, and let it be. All we got to do is be. Connect with me on Tera Chantelle on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I would love to connect more. It's just been an amazing day. Continue to spread love. Continue to love on you today and love on others. And I look forward to meeting you at the top, baby.